Hello everyone, welcome to ET Studios, and today we are having a look at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 once again. I will get back to normal content at some point, but I am really enjoying Microsoft Flight Simulator and want to do a bit more content on it before going back to the usual stuff. I will be doing more of this as we go though. So today I want to have a look at something called Flight Simulator Radio Panel, which is pretty cool. It's an Android app you can get on preferably a tablet, considering what it's used for, but a larger phone could work as well. And there is a free version and a pro version, and the free version is perfectly good for what you want it to do, and that is connect to the flight sim that you're playing on your PC, and you can control a whole bunch of aspects of your aircraft using the companion app here. So as you can see, I've got the screen recording of my tablet on the left hand side there, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You've got autopilot features, you've got just your simple altimeters and all that on your panels and stuff, but you can like go onto your different modes and things, and it's pretty nice. So right now I'm on the autopilot panel, and it's pretty standard layout because this works. It doesn't change per aircraft or anything, so this is going to look exactly the same for a Cessna and an A320, but the functions are usually pretty similar in the different aircraft, and the buttons just adjust accordingly in terms of what their actual functions are. And obviously, like, you're not suddenly going to get a feature that your aircraft doesn't have. If you click auto throttle, it's not going to auto throttle. And it's a little bit more difficult setting up your exact numbers, but because you're doing it on a touch screen, so there's no tactile feedback or anything. But that's the same with the flight sim, unless you're using physical dials, in which case you're probably not going to use a companion app. But it's pretty good, and there's a couple different features. If you see the app disappear off of my screen, that's because an ad came up, and that is one of the problems with the free version. Ads do come up, so if you're in a very critical phase of your flight and you're trying to like suddenly change your speed or change your altitude and really need to do it, and there's an ad that pops up, that's going to be rather annoying, but that's just one of the things you have to deal with if you're using the free version. Setting up the app wasn't particularly difficult, and it was a relatively easy process. You just have to install the FSUI PC7 beta, which is the one for Flight Simulator 2020, download FS Radio Panel, which on its site I think still says it's only for FSX and P3D and X-Plane, but that's fine. It works with Flight Sim 2020 as long as you install the newest version of FSUI PC. And I'll link everything down that you need in the description. It works over Wi-Fi, so you just connect it to your network and connect it to your PC, and that works. I know some people have said in their reviews that they've had issues with it disconnecting. I've had a couple issues with crashes and occasional disconnects, but I think it's mostly down to the fact that I'm running this over Wi-Fi, and my router wasn't actually behaving very well today anyway, so I'm not really going to blame it on the app, but it could be a problem. Hopefully you don't have any issues, but I highly recommend using the free version first before buying it if you want the other version. But as you can see here, I've changed to a different panel, and it's quite cool. You've got a whole bunch of different ones, and you can see what you need to see. So I think this could be very helpful if you want to do some like cinematic shots, and you don't really want to go in and like fiddle with the cockpit and stuff, and you just want to fly a plane, especially if it has autopilot, and you're trying to get some nice shots for a video or something, then you can control the whole plane from your tablet. The only thing you can't really do is actual adjustments for like the joystick and stuff, but if you have a joystick or obviously a keyboard and mouse, you can do that without needing to go into the cockpit. So that's pretty cool, and I don't think you'll have any issues controlling your aircraft without going into the cockpit if that's what you want to do. But otherwise, I think it's just really helpful having an extra screen like you can see here. It actually ties into Google Maps and gives you a full-on map with the aircraft location and your compass there, and that was pretty cool. I like that feature quite a lot. And just flying around, I'm in South Africa, just flying around in Port Elizabeth right now. I haven't been there for a while, so decided to give it a quick fly around there. And I was quite impressed with the app. It's quite fun to use and quite helpful. I actually did an A320 landing as well. I think I have some footage of that. And you have a whole bunch of different functions like flaps and all your standard aircraft things, gear up and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, if your aircraft doesn't have retractable gear, the button doesn't do anything. But I think it basically links into the sim as a function like your normal controls are. So obviously, if you press landing gear up on a plane that doesn't have landing gear, it's not going to do it. But yeah, you even have your radio functions, which is what the app was originally built for, I think, which is the radio panel. And you can change your, communication settings, all your different frequencies and things. So that's pretty cool. You have your score code at the bottom. I don't know what the paid version has to offer compared to the free version. I'm sure it has a lot more functions. I'm sure it's a lot more useful, but I think that it's pretty cool. If you have any issues with the app, please let me know in the comments below, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to help you, but I'm sure I can. I'm sure someone else can if they're watching this video. Otherwise, if you did enjoy, please leave a like and comment if you have any suggestions and stuff like that. Of course, I'll have the app linked in the description below. And if you did like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you everyone for watching, and goodbye.